Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 80/60 rule, and it's a quiz day on the 80/60 rule or quiz time. I'm Mark, I'm 60, and that's the quiz master over there, Greg.
Hello, everyone. I'm Greg, and I'm 80 years old.
All right.
Thank you for tuning us in. Tuning us in.
Yeah. So once a week, when the New York Times does the quiz about the previous week's news events, Greg's going to test us all and see how we do. I will admit that I did not. I was on a self-imposed news blackout this week, so if I do any good at all, it'll be a miracle. So go ahead.
Okay. Voters in California, Michigan, and Vermont approved ballot measures enshrining protections for what in their state constitutions? Abortion rights, carrying a firearm without a license, endangered birds, gig workers, recreational marijuana use.
Abortion rights.
Correct. The Georgia Senate race is heading for runoff next month. Which two candidates are advancing? Brian Kemp, Herschel Walker, J.D. Vance, Raphael Warnock, or Stacey Abrams? You know that.
Yeah, it's Warnock and the Father of the Year.
Yeah. Ron DeSantis won the Florida governor's race by 0.4 of a percentage point in 2018. What was his approximate margin of victory this year? 1 percentage point, 7 percentage points, 9, 15, or 19?
Oh, man, I don't know that one.
19.
Really?
Yeah. Democrats defended several vulnerable seats on Tuesday, but Republicans did win congressional districts held by Democrats, including which three of the following? Abigail Spanberger in Virginia, Adam Schiff in California, Cindy Axley in Iowa, Elaine Luria in Virginia, Sean Patrick Maloney in New York.
Man, here's another one I don't know.
Okay, I missed this one by one. Cindy Axley in Iowa.
Yeah, that's the one.
Elaine Luria in Virginia. Elaine Luria is on the January 6th committee.
And she lost.
She lost. And this is something of surprise. He lost. This is embarrassing. Sean Patrick Maloney. He's head of the Democratic Senatorial Committee campaign.
He lost.
Big time. Big time.
Wow.
You gotta realize what the people want, not what you think they should want.
Right.
The Russian military said on Wednesday that it was retreating from what city? Northern and southern Ukraine. Donetsk, Kherson, Kiev, Odessa, or Zaporizhzhia.
Okay. I'm going to go with Odessa.
No, Kherson.
Because I knew Odessa was south. Okay.
That was highlighted if you would have read the papers.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not trying to be.
No, I know. I know.
This guy, I got this one wrong. At the COP20 climate summit in Egypt, several companies pledged new financial help to poor nations for damage caused by climate change. Which country did not agree to do so? Austria, Germany, Ireland, Scotland, or the U.S.?
Austria.
U.S. Completely blew that. Yeah. Yep.
What did we not agree to?
They didn't want to finance.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I got this one wrong. Consumer prices, I got that U.S. wrong too. Consumer prices rose 7.7% in the year through October, according to data. When was the last time this year that the 12-month increase was under 8%? February, April, June, August, or September?
It was February.
You're right.
All right. I finally got one.
All right. Buyers paid more than $1.5 billion this week, an auction record for which items from the estate of Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen? His 6 Wesco homes, his art collection, his 3 super yachts, his archives of software code, his 750,000 acre plot of land.
I think it's the let's see, what was the second one? Art collection.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Right. You probably get this right. I didn't get this right. Which Marvel series set in Wakanda has a film sequel releasing in U.S. theaters? Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, X-Men.
Black Panther.
Correct. That's it.
All right. I did
Well,
not
you
do
did all right. Let's
Eh,
get some of the of interest. This interests me.
Okay.
Different things. Okay.
Sure.
You ready?
Yep.
Um, this comes from New York Times of interest. James Cameron 2009 science fiction adventure Avatar, which took in nearly 3 billion, is the highest growing film of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the movie? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you like it?
It was beautiful. It was a little bit ahead of its time. I mean the all the graphics and the CGI stuff and all that stuff. It was really kind of cool. Yeah.
2009. Okay.
Yeah.
According to Roku's internal tracking data, I mentioned Roku's. No, that's one. That's the one. I don't know.
You got it? Okay.
More than 4,000 documented lynchings, mostly of black men, took place in the century after the Civil War. Many of them preceded by castration or dismemberment. Isn't that horrible?
4,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Next one. This is interesting. This is crazy. In only 4 decades in the 19th century, the residents of what is now Stark County, one of the poorest counties in Texas, went from being Spaniards to Mexicans to Texans to Americans.
I don't get that whole thing you just said.
In only 4 days, what residents of what town went from being Spaniards to Mexicans to Texans to Americans?
Is this a question?
That's no. This is just a statement.
So residents of this small town
Went from being Spaniards to Mexicans.
So it was a Spanish like territory.
No. Resident what now Stark County, or the poorest counties in Texas. Now it's called Stark County. Went from being Spaniards to Mexicans to Texans to Americans.
All right. I don't get.
I don't get it, but
all right.
This is
it'd be better it'd be better if you said a Spaniard, a Mexican, a Texan, and an American walk into a bar, and did it as a joke. Then yeah.
Okay. This surprised me. Betting on elections is technically illegal in the United States.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense. That's good that it is illegal.
Okay. We were talking about social media. YouTube reaches more than 2 billion people in houses. And houses, the web's second most popular search engine. There's 2 billion people in houses. The web's second most popular search engine.
So, in a day or what?
YouTube reaches more than 2 million people in houses. The web's second most popular search engine.
Yeah. Okay. So it's every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
In October, people in the U.S. received an estimated 1.29 billion political text messages, according to the RoboKiller. Anopta blocks robocalls and spam texts. Yeah. 1.2 million people.
And then I'd like to see a thing on how many pounds of paper we get from candidates, right?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, somebody could probably figure that out as to just how many trees are used in the average campaign. Because it seemed like I was getting 5 or 6 things every day for the last month.
Yeah. This is interesting now. This is encouragement here. A study in the medical journal found that from 2015 to 2021, the number of packs of cigarettes sold in the U.S. from 12.5 billion a year to 9.1 billion a year. That's encouraging.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know a lot of people that smoke? I don't know a lot of people that smoke.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot, but I know like the industries that kind of that more people who spend a lot of time, like driving and stuff like that. They're going to be smokers just because they want something to do instead of eating while they're.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
No scientific data. That's just a guess. I don't know.
213 Center for Disease Control and Prevention survey found that 1 in 8 adults with trouble sleeping reported using sleep aids.
One and what?
1 in 8.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Isn't that something? I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a really high number. 1 in 8, I guess.
I find people my age or near my age, a lot of trouble with people. They wake up a couple times a night, or all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This was interesting. A quarter of gyms went out of business because of the pandemic, and some fitness chains declared bankruptcy. A quarter of the gyms went out of business. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To a gym.
Yes, because the pandemic, and they didn't have the money to go.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, I'll send this. I didn't mark this down, but Winston Churchill began painting as a respite from depression when at the age 40, 1915, resigned as the civilian head of Britain's Royal Navy during World War II. He created more than 500 works.
And it's a name we would know?
Winston Churchill.
Oh, you said Winston Churchill. I thought you said which. Okay, I thought you were. I didn't say you said Winston. I thought you said which.
Sorry,
Okay.
my kid. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Good old Winston.
Yeah.
All
right.
You were talking about cigarettes and Winston, both in the same thing there.
A multitask.
Yeah.
Part of recent push to make classical music more accessible, some concerts all have adopted a so-called relaxed performance where audience are allowed to make noise.
Oh, make noise.
Yeah, isn't that something? They got just like baseball. You got to go with the flow, right?
I'm gonna boo the. Who am I gonna boo? I would cheer the oboe. I like oboes make a cool sound. I would probably boo like the violin or something.
Hey, this is interesting here. I never heard of this. Never heard of this word before. Reanimatology. Reanimatology is a science aimed at reviving people who are clinically dead, meaning that their blood has stopped circulating and they have stopped breathing.
So that's what's it called?
Reanimatology. REANIMATOLOGY.
So it's a degree you can get for what
it's the science aimed at reviving people who are clinically dead, meaning that their blood has stopped circulating, they have stopped breathing.
So there's an actual field of training people how to revive people.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Besides like CPR and mouth to mouth, there's got to be something else.
I didn't write this down. There's so much you can do here. The average amount of time that people own a car before replacing it is about 8 years.
That sounds about right, right?
Okay. Interesting. A couple more things here. For people who are interested in the market, by some measures, overall losses in the corporate bond market, which lends money to many companies, has been worse than any other time since 1926.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't really. Okay. All right.
All right. And the last one here. All right. You ready for this? This is interesting.
I'm ready.
Among things that can qualify as eligible expense in a healthcare flexible spending account, FSA, is an emotional support cat.
So you can qualify for that.
Yes.
I think that's good. That makes sense. You know,
and the paper says FSA users push limits with claims.
Well, I'm sure they do. Yeah. I'm sure it's like, oh yeah, absolutely. I've always, I've seen those like stories they do on like dogs that provide comfort to like cancer children with cancer who are in the hospital and everything, and dogs coming in to provide therapy to them.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah, it brightens their day and everything like that. So that's and I would imagine cats, but I could also see cat owners kind of like rigging the system,
Up to 80% of this is sort of, I don't know Europe that well, and the Rhine River and all that. Up to 80% of Germany's shipbound cargo, everything from coal to containers from China, are transported on the Rhine River.
80%, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, well,
Well,
I guess that makes sense. They got to get there somehow. So yeah. And with all the mountains, rail would be a little bit hard, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
These are very interesting facts. I really,
that was good stuff. All right.
I'm trying to make it where somebody here that I read something for everyone
Right.
of
Right.
interest to,
Yeah. Something
like the corporate bond market or cats.
Right. Right. I always remember, wasn't it like the back of the Parade magazine always had like little
Yeah. Yes.
tidbits, stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
It's just interesting to see what there could be a whole book on of interest.
Right. Right.
That's all I have, Mark.
Oh, that was great stuff. All right. Nice seeing you.
Nice
Thank you
seeing you,
everybody
Mark.
for watching. We really appreciate it. If you could like us or subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. I enjoy
Or any comments you might have, what you think we could do better, or
yeah.
let us know.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Let us know. All right.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right. See you
Bye.
later, Greg. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You off, Mark?
I am now.